season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. And the Gators will kick it away to start us off. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bears offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? You've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Cover's team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So Florida's offense will go to work for the first time. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early.
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Guys, let's chat about Florida. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range and people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? A lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rush is on him. Skips away from pressure. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Lisa, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Bennett. Bought a little time. Lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Zings it complete to the right. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. And the Bears come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Going to try to get it himself. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
And the Bears line up to punt it away. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. Slips through the line. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Got his man quickly. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Give to the single back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Under fire. There's the pressure. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they moved the ball 43 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge, the freak. It was a night.
There he goes. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. 3rd and long, and nothing was open deep down the field. So he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Direct snap. Running into the open space. There he goes. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
To the air. It's Bennett. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Let's talk for a second about Baylor. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Pocket breaking down. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba. Guys, let's chat about Florida. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down.
Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. The give out of the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Bears send out the punt unit. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The inside handoff. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock band. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in games ago, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Gators decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Back to the ground game on the left. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard.
Oh, they're back to 3. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Catch in the middle. It's Daniels. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go and execute it on game day like that.
And the Gators have moved it inside the 20. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Going up top again. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And that is no good. But there is a flag down, and he might get another shot at this one. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. And the offense cashes in on the roughing penalty. A mistake on special teams. We'll see if they can make it pay off. Touchdown, Florida! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Pittsburgh. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Get it out on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Bennett. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hauls it in down the sideline. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Baylor!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Catch in the middle, it's Ball. They get him down at the 36, it will be a first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Got his man. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Lost to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Brown. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The play action fake. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Content to run out the clock, the quarterback takes a knee. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Back to throw, it's Irwin. Makes the grab over the middle. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
And the Gators looking to convert on 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Here comes the heat. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the pass passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
From the gun, running back gets the give. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Irwin. Right on the money. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Makes the catch. It's Wilson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Gator!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looking for blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give from the gun. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. A little release to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On target. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Turning it on! The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Leaves it with the back. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw, it's Bennett. Rushes on him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on third. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. From the gun, running back on the move.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a...
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Floating away. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the run, it's Ball. Pick up of 5. It'll be third down and 5.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Gators are on the move. They're going back to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, I'm calling him, I guess.
They'll keep it on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Unloads to the right. He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help the field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's first and goal.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you could tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. shot over the middle. It's Green. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Bennett. He's got it down the middle.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And here comes play number 6 of the drive.
22 water. 22 water.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Bears, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. On the option, this defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front, moving forward.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. They'll go back to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. Showing off the arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Gators come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Headed to the end zone. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And while this game is all but decided, and they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Bennett. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback running on the draw. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that